Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day. I'm going to start doing more of my type of my thoughts or my stories or my world because I think I more of my stronger opinions to be let out besides just the typical news that I do. So get prepared for that coming out more closely. But what I have here is that this is something on the reality of where racism stems, and I think a lot of the racism, honestly, is from, well, it's from other black people, because it seems that black people just can't seem to understand that every time you talk about race, every time you talk about this or that, about the other of white people, it doesn't really help anything. You're trying to show something there is an actual issue here when it's just not. There is a level of decorum, a level of actual talking about things and stuff like that, to where it's fine. And I think that's where Caitlin Clark gets more praise, because you just don't have a whiny, pathetic, terrible person talk about this. And this is what these people have to say about Caitlin Clark and all this stuff, and it's kind of honestly disgusting in my book.
What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the knee? Kiss the ring? What do you want from them? We cannot, every time the girl plays a game, she got 40 games, guys, she got 35 more games. We are not, every single game, gonna revisit and retread this same tired ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating on her, and they need to be thankful. They have been. Sure. They've said it. Time and time and time again. You want the girl every single time she walks out onto the court? What are we supposed to do? You want them all to give Caitlin their firstborn? What are you looking for?
More people are going along to the games, more people are watching it. You can even buy the whole season pass. A lot of people are doing now. Is it the Caitlin Clark effect, or is it there's something more to it than that?
It's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. Like I said, people who are in the right position, just taking the baton and moving it forward. So
that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
No problem.
What else are...
And this is what Caitlin Clark has to say about the backlash, the talk, and stuff like that about her and all that and what have you. And it's obviously a very mature and class act to do this. Maybe if you guys started acting like this, or any of the black women that are doing stuff that are respectable enough and mature enough and not acting like children, and trying to get some type of racism going on, that maybe perhaps you would probably be respected just as much. Again, nobody likes people that are loudmouth, obnoxious, and try to coattails to the racism every single time. It's really drawing, it's very stupid, and also you should probably try to be getting more people to be watching your league, considering the fact that you're subsidized by the NBA. If you did not have the NBA, you guys would be, well, non-existent.
Been a lot of narratives around the attention that you're getting versus some of the vets that have been in this league for a long time. Do you think about that, or do you just concentrate on blocking that out and playing your game?
To be honest, I'm not really on social media. I don't read that. This is my job. My job is to compete and play basketball every single day. I think the more attention we can get on every team around this league, that's only going to help it get better and better. But yeah, like I said, my job is just to continue to show up and help this team to get better. Obviously we're fighting for our first win, and that's my main focus, and that's where 110%, that's what I think about every single day, is come in and get better and focus on the things that I need to focus on.
Now, for the people that are going to talk about backlash her and stuff like that, this is what The View, and I know guys, The View is a cesspool of just terrible, terrible women. Honestly, they are god-awful women. They are racist women, they are sexist women, they are everything under the book that you want to call them, because they are so downtrodden and so insane that I don't know what to really say about the View people in general, right? I just don't think they're just normal, level-headed people. And we have this here from The View, specifically talking about, the situation that's going on with trans people, LGBT people, and whatever, and I don't understand what's going on here.
Bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black, a third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community, and we have to do something about that stigma in this country. I think that people have a problem with basketball playing women that are lesbian.
I really don't know what this thing is, because half of the time is that you're not gonna know what type of sexual affiliation that they're with, or sexual orientation, whatever you want to call it, what these women are. And I think most people, again, even if they did know, they just don't care. It's the fact of the matter is that you people constantly put it into our faces, and we just don't want that. Most people just don't care. If, like you say, somebody comes out and they're like, oh, well, if you're gay, and it just happens to come up, then most people just don't care. But when you try to push onto other people's opinions or faces, it really kind of irks people the wrong way. And by the way, I don't know why you're even bringing this up in the first place. Again, this has nothing to do with that. I think it has a lot to do with just people are just not interested in female basketball or female sports in general. I mean, I guess you could get some eyes onto, tennis and stuff like that for, some weird or obvious reasons. But again, it's just nobody's interested in it. Not even the own women are interested in it. And that's not the reason why. Like, it's just, or not. It's not the reason why. It's like that's the main reason why people are just not interested in it in general. Like, I don't understand what you're getting at here. To get more eyes on it, you have to have a more competitive and better sport. And unfortunately, the majority of the WNBA is extremely woke, and you alienate a lot of people from wanting to watch it just from that alone. Now we have a person from that was talking about this, defending Caitlyn, and then all of a sudden, it's just gone. Like she backtracks a bit. This entire league is a joke, honestly. Not with just like the low viewership, but just the people in it as well.
I think she's amazing. I watched every time I possibly could, and our league loves her. This has nothing to do. We're just doing our job. We're gonna show up. Who is ever on the other team is on the other team. We don't really care. We're going to show up and do us. And so I think this narrative of like everybody hating on Caitlin Clark, and even the black and white thing, knock it off. It's not there. It's not there. So shut down the noise. And by the way, what is she, 22? She's a 22-year-old woman with a lot of pressure.
She's not perfect.
She's not perfect. She's a rookie in this league. Like, back off.
Yeah.
Back off.
You had kind of a mic drop moment talking about how much the league loves Caitlin Clark and how there's no hate there, but there was one point where you said, even the black and white thing, it's not there, knock it off. I'm just wondering what you meant by that, because it's being misconstrued a couple ways.
Well, I think it's construed as some of our minority black and brown women are hating on her because she's white, and that is not the case. Let's take Caitlyn out of the picture. What I think is upsetting is it's not about Caitlyn. Caitlyn, give her flowers. She's done stuff that no man or woman, black or white, has ever done in college basketball. Give that woman her flowers. But what it does is it has highlighted how black and brown greatness has not been celebrated or valued as much. That's what I was talking about.
So she goes on to say, Caitlin Clark, the person that has done good, done that. It's not all about racism and stuff like that. But the big but here is that black and brown people have not been celebrated as much as white people. I don't know where to even go with this at all, because that's complete insanity. Are we forgetting about Dave Chappelle? Are we forgetting about any of the black people that is in the NFL that gets a lot of praise for the amount of work that they do? Are we forgetting about Michael Jordan? Are we forgetting about, as much as I hate the guy, LeBron James? Or I don't know where we're going with this, that they have not been celebrated enough. That's insanity to me. It's complete stupidity on how we're doing that. What about Michael Tyson, who, by the way, raped somebody and still gets immense amount of praise despite that fact? Or any of the other Muhammad Ali or some of these other people that have movies made about them. What are we getting at here? Like, Muhammad Ali is probably one of the most famous black boxers known, and all that. And just now we have Mike Tyson and the news where he's fighting about going to go fight Jake Paul, and everybody's praising Mike Tyson now and hoping Mike Tyson beats up Jake Paul, who is white. Well, what are we getting at here, lady? Like, are you bloody insane in the head? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Black people are plenty praised enough. There's no doubt about that. Most black people are actually succeeding in sports more than white people. I don't know where. This is the reason why I can't stand this league. Like, you guys are just completely stupid. You're completely dumb because it doesn't make any bloody sense at all. It does not. Like, everybody's trying to make this a race thing. An actual race thing, and that's just completely absurd. It has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with class and character. And unfortunately, for some of these black women that are talking about this race type debacle, it is not. It hasn't to do with people liking hating black people more, not respecting black people more. It has everything to do with class and character. And unfortunately, Angel Reese and some of these black people's class and character are honestly terrible. Maybe get better class, maybe get a better character, and be fine. Like there's plenty of black people that are respected, like Denzel Washington being one of them. Like, I don't know where we're getting with this type of stuff. Become better people. We have this from the New York Post. Pretty much talk about this here with Angel Reese's mom denies daughter's ex-post was aimed at Caitlin Clark. Of course, you're about clicks. A since deleted post from Angel Reese was all innocent, her mother says. The Chicago Sky rookie seemed to reignite her feud with former college basketball rival Caitlin Clark on social media Thursday night. The Sky handed the New York Liberty their first loss of the season with a 98-81 win. Reese, who was elected by the Sky with number 7 overall pick out of LSU, added 13 points and 9 rebounds. However, in the celebrating their win, Reese took a thinly veiled shot at Indiana Fever rookie as debate surrounding her impact on the league continues. And that's on getting a win in a packed area, not just because of one player on our charter flight. She wrote in a since deleted post on X. It was widely assumed that the post was about Clark, and speculation grew when it was deleted. However, Reese's mother says it was actually directed at the media. The speculation also led to racist and vile comments, she said. And it goes on to say by Angel Reese, and that's on getting a win in a packed area, not just because of one player on our charter flight. She was not attacking an ACC, but because you and the rest of those children of the corn folks thought she was, and once again sending her racist and vile comments she did. Her comment was directed towards the media, but of course you're about clicks, she wrote with a shrugging emoji. The league's recent growth is indisputable, but Reese believes it goes beyond just Clark. It's not just one person. I think people don't realize that because the narrative out there is just that one person changing the game. She said Thursday during a press conference. There's a lot of us, me, Camellia, Cordarso, there's Cameron Brink, Rikea Jackson. There's so many great players, and it's been long overdue, and just being able to see that our impact has been able to change the game. I love it for us all, and we're all just going to keep going. Clark and the Fever earned their first win on Friday, etc., etc. So that's here, this, right? And of course, what are you talking about? What do you mean that wasn't talking about a Pacific person here? And that's on getting a win in a packed area, not because of one player on our charter flight. And again, she's talking about not just one player, because as we've seen here, Caitlin Carter was the one that got a charter flight or whatever, and she did it. And Angel Reese is jealous about this. She's jealous. She's upset about it. And here's the thing. I don't know where else you could really go with this. And the amount of character that it is for somebody to like somebody or respect somebody is insane to me. All right. Like, we have to talk about on the mere fact that Angel Reese is just not I would call a necessarily likable person. You're constantly taking digs and jabs at somebody that is just minding her own business and playing her own game, and you're constantly going to take jabs and stuff like that. And the mother is just as bad. It's not about racism. It's not for racist clicks. What else do you want people to get from this when you're saying we not want a player on our charter flight? She was not attacking CC, but because you and the rest of those children of the corn folks thought she was, and once again, sending her racist and foul comments, she did. Her comment was directed towards the media, but of course you're about clicks. What do you mean by this? What does that even mean? What was about the media? Well, what does this mean that... what does this actually mean exactly when you're talking about the media? That makes no sense. So again, here we have people that are jealous, angry about Caitlin Clark's success, and we need to stop with this BS about racism stuff, right? And it's not about your color of your skin, but it's about your actual character as a human being. And that's just the reality of it. And until people start realizing that and stop being stupid and delusional, we probably can move on from this actual racism stuff. It's really abhorrent that we have to keep on talking about this racism thing, and the only people that are honestly keeping it alive are other black people. They're the only ones that are keeping this alive. They're constantly have to take jabs at somebody, and it's disgusting. Of course, she got destroyed in the comments. She deleted it because this person is not likable. Angel Reese is not a likable person. However, whenever I see Caitlin Carter in here, she's respectable. She has very sportsmanlike conduct around her, stuff like that. So when you have people like this, you tend to gravitate to the person that's being less of an obnoxious fool and go get around to the person that is not, and stop following the people that are being a fool, being an idiot. So again, at the end of the day, this needs to end. This needs to stop. This is all stupidity, and I think that by the end of this, we can all see our graces that keep on doing Caitlin Carter, keep on doing things, Caitlin Carter. You're doing great. People are gonna come up. People are gonna slap you down, and she's showing that even though you're not on your game, your rookies are gonna come out and smack you a good one. So great success for it. And I always say, I don't like the WNBA. I think it's full of a lot of just terrible people, very far left people, that are always talking about race and stuff like that, and inherently is destroying the league. The thing that you want is the growth of the league, because again, you're being subsidized by the NBA, and if anything, you want more people eyes on it, so you're not subsidized by it. But if you want to keep on destroying your league, maybe be my guest. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, because it's algorithmic disease, the social media.